I would say the most important part of my life as a mom and as a farmer is stewardship.
My values as a mom and my values as a producer are the same.
Specifically, my daughter, same thing, a high quality end product. When she leaves this farm, I want her to be a positive contributor to society.
Have a sense of self-worth and pride and all these things, and there's so many opportunities on the farm that we're able to really show them that.
As a mom and a farmer, the most important part of my job is making sure, number one, that my children understand what it takes to be a mom and a farmer.
You know, I have a responsibility to steward the little lives that I've been able to bring into this world. I get to help steward the life of my husband, who's a farmer. And then we also have this amazing opportunity to steward the land, to help make sure that it's going to be sustainable for future generations. And we really take that of great importance.
Probably my most important job as a mom and a farmer is to instill those values in the next generation, whether that's our family or just even more broadly, just the next generation of agriculturalists and beef producers.
I want her to know that she can achieve anything if she works hard and basically just be a good human being. So if I succeed as a mom and a farmer, it will be producing high quality end products.
One day we were working calves, and my daughter, she was maybe 4 at the time, but she was working the slide gate. She thought that was really fun, and it was a really gentle group of cows, so it was no big deal, and it kept getting stuck. And I said, "Do you need help?" And she said, "No, Mom, I'm an Angus cattle kid, and Angus cattle kids do not give up." And I thought, they're able to see those lessons, and it's not something that we have to tell them. They see it, they learn it, and they're living it, and that's a really neat thing as a parent, to get to watch your kids kind of grow up in that way.
That's, I think, part of our job as farm moms, is to make sure we're bringing in that entire female audience and the moms of the world to understand what we do in a day, and that we're not out trying to harm their children when we put protein on their table.
I'm not sure that I actually chose this way of life as much as I was born into it. My parents were both heavily involved in agriculture growing up, so it just became a part of what I did.
I don't feel like I did choose this way of life. I feel like God knew my heart and prepared this place for me.
It was bred into me to raise my kids on a farm.
So I don't know if I chose this way of life as much as it chose me.
Is there any other way?
I thought to myself, Lord, do not let me be like my father. Do not let me be this way, and I am not marrying a farmer.
I really genuinely love the hard work, the complexity, the animals, the crops, the sunshine.
And when I was able to see at a pretty young age, I think this next year will be my 30th year in the cattle business, and I'm 38 years old. So I made the choice pretty early on that this is what I wanted to do. And hopefully, if that's something that Ellie pursues, then great, but she's certainly going to be exposed to it at a young age.
It all comes back to the kids, to the children. I mean, I feel like I'm in such a unique position, growing up on a farm, going to the city, and coming back to the farm. Now, that's not a unique story. That's happened a lot of times. Garth Brooks has a song about it.
Now, when I grew up here, I have the best memories working on the farm alongside Dad and my brother, and I was bottle feeding calves at Axel's age. It is just a very special way of life. It taught me hard work ethic, an appreciation for the land, for the sacrifices my parents and grandparents and further back has made.
It's frustrating, it's beautiful, it's heartbreaking, it's joyful. When my children are eating out of the garden that they've grown in, it's rewarding.
I always say if the bathwater is dirty that night when we take a bath, it's been a good day. So just experiences in general, riding equipment, going to haul off grain with Papa, it just every day is something new.
And it's just really a beautiful way of life that really is as rewarding as it is challenging. And now that I'm here, I wouldn't change anything.
I think as an industry, we need to probably tell our story a little more about our operations, our background, where their products are coming from, whether it's their beef or their green beans on their table. How do we portray our picture instead of letting someone else paint it for us?
If I could tell the world one thing about the beef industry, it would be that grazing animals play an irreplaceable and invaluable role in helping us protect our planet.
Consumers, for the most part, are largely disconnected from production agriculture. And when I say that, I don't mean that they're just generations removed from the farm. They don't even know a farmer.
We care. The farmers care. It's how we raise our family. It's how we make our living.
I would tell them, we care so much. If you meet farmers, you are going to see men, women, families who are committed to sustaining the land.
Truly are trying to raise the best product we can. We spend hours looking over genetics catalogs. We spend hours talking to our feed consultant.
I would love to tell consumers that it's an honor and a privilege as a farmer to grow their food, to grow their clothing, and to help fuel not only just America, but the world.
We definitely care about the safety of our family and the consumer.
Sustainability is not something new. We've always been practicing it. If we had not practiced it in generations past, we would not be where we are today with our land.
You know, people talk about land being used improperly and all that. This is land that people are wanting to give to their children. They want to do what's best for the land. They want to do what's best for the cattle.
So they may, get information from a very unreliable news source or from social media, when in reality, the one thing that I wish consumers knew is to reach out to their state beef council or producer organizations or even their state Department of Agriculture.
Cattle oftentimes get the blame. And the truth is, they're a huge part of the solution. And it all goes back to the pastures they graze.
I think what a blessing it is to be able to go to a grocery store where there's thousands of different products, all these options, and to have that so readily available. And that's because there's a farmer somewhere. 2% of the population are farmers that are raising that food, the fiber, the fuel to feed the world.
But know that we're not cutting corners and that we're not just trying to slap something in the shelves at grocery stores. And we are truly trying to make the best product we can.
They're committed to feeding the nation, and I really want people to know just how much we care.
Being a mom and a wife and a farmer and a helpmate and a cheerleader and encourager, whatever it is that I'm getting to do on the farm to be of help that day is definitely the most important job I've ever had.